Welcome to Inquiry into Self and the series Making the Impossible Possible. So, as we're going through this series, the main thing that we can experience is joy in every moment. There's lots of different things that we can make become possible, but that's kind of the foundational one. Can we find joy in every moment? And the way that we can find joy in every moment is to discover the capacity to enjoy every experience. Now, we usually have this list of experiences we prefer, and when our experience goes outside of that, suddenly we're upset. So let me give you an example. I have a business advisor for this business that we're starting, and we had a meeting. I set up a few minutes early to be on time for the meeting, and it was through Microsoft Teams. And Teams and I have had a little challenge here. So it took me more than I thought to get onto Teams. By the time I finally got on, and this happened twice in a row, it was late. And she started saying, I don't know if this is going to work. We need to reschedule the meeting, blah, blah, blah. I could see she considered me the delinquent one. She said, this has happened twice now. Now, if I had a problem with being the delinquent one, then I would have been upset. And she was upset. She didn't like what was happening. We were starting late. If I were upset about her calling me the delinquent one, or treating me like the delinquent one, then we would have both been upset, and this meeting was definitely not going to be productive. But I was okay with being the delinquent one. I didn't have this need to always be the competent, talented one. Okay, so in this moment, it looks like I'm the delinquent one, at least to her. And now I moved on, and I started talking about what were the goals that we had, what were the things that we had to follow up on, what was the advice we needed from her. With a few minutes, she was quite happily proceeding on into the meeting. So the universe is ultimately flexible. It shows up in every way. I look at the weather for example. We might have our ideas about how the weather should show up, but it does everything from hurricanes and tornadoes to gorgeous sunny days to blistering hot humidity. It does everything, right? Clearly, the weather isn't fitting into our box, and what we are doesn't fit into any box. What I am doesn't fit into the box of competent and talented. No, it includes apparent delinquency. Just like the universe is that broad, my experience is going to be that broad. There's nothing wrong with that. That's exactly how life goes. So how can we find this flexibility to be in the positions that we don't enjoy and actually find them not a problem? So in this case, where I feel the sense of my value is in what I am, not in what I do. What I am is that aliveness that I feel every time I just check into what's happening in the core of my body, in the core of my being. I can just feel this aliveness erupting anew every moment. Right now, I'm not using last moment's aliveness. There's new aliveness right now. And now this moment, there's new aliveness right now. And I don't have to make that happen. It's amazing. This new aliveness, I can just feel it. This beingness in this moment. And as I feel this beingness in this moment, it's so satisfying. So feeling that as the core of what I am, opinions or circumstances, they're just not where the value comes from. They're just an experience. And I'm sure you all have had that too. I'm not teaching you anything. I'm just merely reminding Because, sometimes we get stuck where there's an experience like delinquency and it doesn't seem to fit. And it doesn't matter because what we are is so valuable and so sufficient that we can just flow through every kind of experience, just like the universe flows through every kind of weather. So enjoy making the possibility that you can be every kind of way, whether it's intelligent or stupid. Who cares? We can be all of it. There's no box big enough to contain what you are.